Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. The pictures and videos that you see on the screen is of a man known as Kester Johnson in his 20s. Kester Johnson was charged by the police for doing a very indespicable act. That act involves him and a child that belonged to a lady that he was in a relationship with. That lady decided that she was going to leave said relationship because that man took the child, that man used a curtain and tried to pretty much take away the little picnic life. There was a video circulating all over social media with that little picnic gasping for her or his last breath. However, that child would eventually survive. It is said that that man then sent that video to the mother of that child, and that was when the mother of that child reported it to the police. Residents in the neighborhood in which they live held the man, tie him up, hog time like goat, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. It is said that that man is presently awaiting to be charged officially for the attempted takeaway of that child, abuse, amongst other very serious charges. Now, people, this did not happen in Jamaica, luckily. However, it has happened in Jamaica more times than we would want to wish. And it will happen again because we have a whole bunch of persons that have mental issues. Not to make any sorts of excuses for persons, adults over 18-year-old or even 16 or so. Because whatever you do, you are responsible for your own action. Unless, of course, you are fully insane, and that then you're supposed to be in a proper institution. So I say this to say that women out there, men out there, whenever you choose a partner and you decide to have picnic with that partner, make sure that that person is emotionally stable. Make sure that that person is not too obsessively jealous or obsessed, none at all. Make sure that whenever you see any sorts of signs like this, if and when you have children together, you make sure that that child is far away from the company of that person, because people will carry feelings, vindictive feelings for you, and then they use that vindictive feelings and take it out on the child. So therefore, they're going to use the mother fat for fry the little picnic, literally. Luckily, fortunately for this little child, he or she survived. This man should be locked up in the proper institution, whether it is Bellevue or not. And this did not happen in Jamaica, like I said. It took place in Guyana. So people, may just say, be very careful, be mindful out there, because the life that you save might be your child or yours. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio, one of Trump's right-hand man, was recently in Jamaica yesterday or so. Now there's been all sorts of stuff as it pertains to the travel advisory in Jamaica based on the level of violence. There's been all sorts of stuff about reversal of visa for diplomats in Jamaica because they are using foreign, specifically Cuban nurses and doctors. They are saying that it is trafficking of persons because those workers are being exploited. So Mr. Rubio, he spoke about the travel advisory, he spoke about lottery scamming, he spoke about the guns for drugs trade, guns from United States as it's coming into Jamaica. And if you know anything about that, 85% of all murders committed in Jamaica is caused through the gun. He spoke about green card holder. He spoke about just about everything. I want you to take a listen, take a look at exactly what he had to say, the communication that he had with your Prime Minister Andrew Holness and himself. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
We reaffirmed our commitment to enhancing cooperation in combating transnational crime, ensuring the collective safety of our citizens, and mutually secured borders. We discussed a global war on gangs, and there is already significant policy alignment with both countries in this regard.
How many of the guns and the weapons that are being used by gangs to commit acts of violence here in Jamaica are purchased in the United States and then shipped here And we want to commit to doing more to stopping that flow at the same time as we do more to commit to increasing your capacity. The Jolt Fusion Center that is starting up again, and that's been even further strengthened. That's going to help address lottery scamming. We can announce this synthetics detection equipment for Jamaica's forensic labs. If you're a green card holder, you're not illegally in the United States. I think the challenge is for those who are illegally in the United States, we have to have immigration laws. They have to be followed. I mean, I don't know why that's an unreasonable demand. And frankly, I mean, Jamaica is not a major source of illegal migration, to be frank. It's not even in the top 10 or top 20 for that matter, I don't think. If you're one of these violent gang members that's coming to the United States, then we're going to kick you out. That we're going to do. There's no doubt about it. But the president's very committed to that. And but if you're a green card holder and you're not any of these things, you're going to be fine. This is not about doctors. This is not about the provision of medical assistance. We have no problem with medical assistance. We have no problem with doctors. We have a problem, and I'm not speaking about Jamaica. We've discussed this today about following international labor standards and the like. But I'm just talking about this program in general, how it's operated around the world. And how it's operated around the world is that basically the doctors are not paid. In many other parts of the world, the doctors are not paid. Doctors pay the Cuban government. The Cuban government decides how much of anything to give them. They take away their passports. They basically operate as forced labor.
So people, you heard what took place at that high-level meeting. You heard what the Secretary of State for the United States had to say. He addressed the travel advisory based on the amount of murders that were committed in Jamaica. However, he said that he realized that at least 33 to 34% over 2024 to 2025. So therefore, that would change positively the travel advisory that they put out for United States citizens. He spoke about the lottery scam. He spoke about the guns that are coming in from mostly United States. He spoke about green card holders that are paranoid for traveling from the United States. He is making it very clear that, listen, if you don't have any sorts of criminal background, any sorts of charges, you have not violated that green card, you will be safe. And most importantly, most significantly, is the Cuban workers. So pretty much other countries, other nations, they were saying that they are not afraid to stand up against the United States, the big bad bully, as it pertains to hiring Cuban workers, specifically nurses and doctors. Well, people, it seems as if the message that was going around, circulating all over Jamaica, all over social media, is not directly so. So pretty much what the Secretary of State is saying, it is not a problem with the workers coming to Jamaica or any other Caribbean nation, meaning the doctors and nurses. It is a problem that these doctors and nurses are being exploited by Cuba, which is a socialist, communist country. And you know that America is a capitalist country. They are enemies. They've been enemies since the Bay of Pigs, if you know anything about the history of America and Cuba. So pretty much he is saying that the country is sending the workers, however, the country is collecting their paycheck and then give them whatever they want to give them. That is exploitation, that is slavery, that is violation of human rights. So pretty much they are saying that they are looking out for the best interests of those nurses. They are not trying to stop countries from hiring these nurses or doctors once they have been paid directly and not paid through the country, through Cuba, point blank and period.
Yo, Stacey, your new man, him have 48 hours to report at any police station, you see me? Imagine you tell me, say you find out, say, I'm my youth, I'm gonna come over there for work things out, and you make your man rush me. You see me? Him have 48 hours to report at any station. Stacey, I bring you right down for this. You and your man have to go down for this, yeah? Believe me, I'm tell you that, man. Everything what I love, man. Now I have to go down for this, man.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, I guess this is what we would call the flip side of the coin. Earlier, the first part of this video, I spoke about a man in which his girlfriend, baby mother, left him. And he decided to get back at that lady. He was going to put a curtain round the little picnic neck and hang that picnic. That child eventually lived. However, the story could have went the worst way. So in this case, based on what this man is saying, and like I always said, there's always three sides to every story. This man is claiming that the baby mother contacted him and told him that they have a child. So he went over the house to talk and see how they can plan out this child's future. However, it seems as if the new man that the baby mother had was over there. And between the baby mother and the new man, them put a royal coffin upon this man. So I say that this is the flip side of the coin based on the fact that the first man, him getting him feelings that carry belly for the baby mother because she decided to leave. In this case, this man decided to do the right thing, responsible thing as a father. Make sure say him plan out for the little picnic future. However, it seems as if that Sketelina that is with him have a new man and them not depend where him depend, they are not on any sorts of responsible actions by a man or a father. Them depend some sorts of bully badness. People like to say, there are always three sides to the story. So therefore, Stacy, if she and her man have a separate side, they can contact me. Phone number 1-876-894-2711. Point blank and period.
And week right off. See that?
Look at that over
Right
there.
off.
That right hotel work and see the 3-4.
But wait, this man just passed a while ago.
Yeah, them just
Tourists in there. Rascal, how would that?
Yo, go on with them. Yeah, because them drive like them don't have no sense. It's the same thing I was saying to you. Alright. I know what I was saying.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, you know the theme of this channel, madness on the road and badness in the streets. Again, this is an accident that took place close to Half Moon Hotel that is in Montego Bay, little past Lilliput and them place like that. Based on information that is popping, it is said that that vehicle, 7-seater, carrying mostly tourists, was blazing like some mad bat out of hell. Don't know if he was going from the airport, going to the airport, going about tourist excursion. Me not really know the specifics. What I do know is that he was blazing. What I do know is the fact that he got out of control and pretty much almost kill off everybody in the vehicle, including himself. Now, based on the fact that people say they saw that vehicle blazing lightning speed, we would not be surprised because every time when you drive on the roads of Jamaica, people are put on the signal, people disobey the stoplight. So that is a recipe for disaster. Anything can go wrong at any time, anything can pop off. And it seems as if that is exactly what took place. We'll almost pop off, the people in life almost pop off. The moral of the story is this: be very careful, because sometimes you leave your peaceful country, peaceful life, family setting, everything stable. And you come on vacation after working hard for about a year or so. Take a little 2-week staycation. And the next thing you know, you're driving with the wrong driver. And he is doing all the wrong things. And those wrong things send you to the wrong place. Luckily for these tourists, they did not lose their life, but I am sure that they are going to be shaken up. And I am sure that if they can, the next time that they decide to use a driver, they are going to make sure that it is not a mad bat out of hell. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the SSP, the St. James Police, has put out a person of interest whereas suspect list. Call it mark for death list of the notorious criminals that are in St. James that are presently wanted. And they're being advised to turn in themselves to the police before the police turn them into somebody in the afterlife. I want you to take a look to the list, and then I'll give my piece.
We have Tevin Lawson, who is called Brokan. He's wanted for murder and shootings. Number 2, Shaquille Brown, also wanted for murder and shootings. 3rd, Ome Largi, also wanted for murder. Kestran Bertrand, also wanted for murder. We have Shane Morgan, also wanted for murder. And last but by no means least, Daniel Turner. He's wanted for the offense of incest.
So people, you heard the list, you heard the suspect, you heard the charges. So my advice to all 6 persons on this list, please take heed. Please open your eyes and see what is going on. that this new commissioner of police, Dr. Blake, he is not playing. Whenever you have any sorts of serious crime, any sorts of downmanship involved in an extortion, whether it is Westmoreland, Montego Bay, which this list is Montego Bay, worse if it is Spanish Town, based on the fact that they are building this new headquarter, building a new hospital. They are going to get rid of anybody that think that they are going to be an obstacle or a thorn in the eyes of the system or the police. Some just say, mothers and fathers out there, if you see your loved one on this list, please to inform them. Let's go in and talk to the police. Please to inform them it is better they are locked up, because if the police go for them, they are going to lock them out of their life. Though the mads read between the lines, point blank and period.
Yeah, so I ride out for Ferry, out of Ferry, which for Nestle there. So you that drive past Nestle and go which part them have IAR. Yeah man, I report man. Whole heap of shot in them head. Whole heap of upper body shot.
So the next thing that is popping in the news based on the edited version of the video and audio that you just heard. It is supposed to be of a man that is a troublemaker in the Ferry area that is close to that police station right by Nestle's, right where they have all those warehouses back there. So he is seen in a camouflage top and a maroon shorts and a white slippers. But what is noticeable is that one of the slippers over the neck side. So it seems as if he was coming from the shop because he had some sorts of scandal bag, blue bag in his hand. However, that bag was also to the side. He was laying on his back, eyes wide open, looking up at the sky. All sorts of BLOOD around through him eye, through his mouth. And what was a dead giveaway is the fact that he had some holes in his head where holes are not supposed to be. So it seems whomever was the assassin on this was going to make sure that this individual was going to be out of here. He was going to put some holes in him and make sure that life did not hold on to him. Life took him away. Now people like me say, based on the information that I am getting, it is said that this man is a troublemaker, no name given. But as soon as I get some more pertinent information as to his identity, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP. The moral of the story is this: crime does not pay. Today for you, today you bad up yourself, tomorrow somebody bad you up. This bullying, this badness don't work. Well, it might work for a little bit, but like I've always said, do not be penny wise and pound foolish, especially when it comes to your life. It seems as if this man took a gamble and he ended up on the shitty end of the stick, up Shit's Creek without a paddle. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensitive persons like yourself. Bless up.